What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to AFTV. Look, we thought we'd do a video on a draft style video from the teams out of the top 6. We'll pick one player from each team that we believe can strengthen the Arsenal side. So you can't pick Werner from Chelsea, Turkish, yeah. I'm joined with Robbie, Turkish, and James. I'm going to get into it. They're going to discuss their opinions and we're going to agree on one player, like I said, from each team outside of the top 6. So, Rob, are you ready to start?
Me first.
Yeah, listen, you got to be ready. All right, you got this.
You got a good team. We're going alphabetical or down the table?
We're going alphabetical. We're going to go through alphabetical order. I've got it in front of me, so we won't get too confused.
Right, yeah? So you can't pick a player in the top 6.
Yeah, so but we're going to go on through the team.
Arsenal owners would love that because it would be affordable.
Yeah, looking at them.
All right, so you're starting with Rob, Aston Villa, a player that you would take from Aston Villa that will strengthen this Arsenal side and fit into, Arteta's style of play and system and whatnot. And people in the comments as well, let us know if you agree with these picks by the end of the video.
No, they've got a few. Aston Villa have got some very good players.
They have a few.
I'm surprised how poorly they did this season. I like John McGinn,
Yeah, that would have been mine.
John McGinn. Yeah, I like John McGinn, man. I think he's a very underrated player. I like the passion and everything he plays with, but on top of that, his ability, how he can find a pass, he scores goals from outside the box. Him battling it out in that midfield, I mean, I was thinking maybe a Ollie Watkins, but he's not clinical enough for me. But John McGinn.
Jacob Ramsey for me.
Jacob Ramsey was mine as well. James. Goals from midfield.
Yeah.
You lot are really on the youth project.
It's got to work in with. Listen, we're looking at Arsenal. We're looking at what we're being sold as a project and what would strengthen.
Well, I'm ripping that project up. I'm bringing in serious. For me, John McGinn would be perfect for Arsenal.
It's a two-way split.
Really would.
Yeah, John McGinn's out and out candidate for me, but there's a few. Digne left back, Cash right back, depth. But McGinn for me is the one. He adds something that we don't have in midfield. And that's City. He can do a bit of both.
I do like him a lot. I do as well. But Jacob Ramsey, 20 goals, 1 assist, young in that
20
midfield.
Goals?
20, sorry, 20, age 20. 6 goals, 1 assist.
We got enough. We've got Project Youth. We've got a lot of that.
Age being 20 years old is not an attribute.
No, but competing with the midfield they have, remember, they've got come on, man. He's keep holding his place.
No, he's a very, very good player. But for me, John McGinn's made for Arsenal.
All right. John McGinn
then. All right.
Team up with Tierney as well. Scottish connection.
Which way round are we going?
We're going to go around this way. So James, there's you next and you have Brentford. I'm quite annoyed that we let that one go very quickly, James. We're going to have to battle a bit more. But Brentford for you, James, who are you going with?
The obvious one is probably Ivan Toney. I like David Raya a lot, their goalkeeper.
We were linked with him before.
We were. And I think if we're looking at the dream scenario, Arsenal competing on all fronts and doing what Liverpool did this year, then I think you want 2 really good goalkeepers, and Raya would be the one I'd look at. But for this current Arsenal team, Ivan Toney. Bit of a boring obvious one. Oh my God!
That's the obvious one. When he said the obvious ones, I looked at you like,
how did I forget Christian Eriksen?
I actually like him.
I'll stick with it.
Tony, though, striker-wise,
But
Christian Eriksen, he's been balling.
If he didn't have the Tottenham links, I'd be picking Eriksen. Because of the Tottenham links, I'm going Tony.
I'll go Tony. I like Brian and Bema. That was going to be my shout. I think he's very versatile across the 3. I don't think he gets enough credit for what he does for Brentford. I really like Brian and Bema, but I think Ivan Toney.
I'll go with Tony. But I do like Eriksen. I don't care about Tottenham connection. That makes it sweeter. As you bring him in, and then
Well, it would.
A lot of them Tottenham fans, make me laugh with him because he left in a cloud.
Yeah, he did.
It's only because of what's happened to him now. They're like, oh, Christian.
We'll take you back. Yeah,
you know what I mean? But
he wasn't playing well when he left.
Yeah, he did, and they all wanted him to go. But Tony's cool. Yeah, he's a good side. He'd be great.
There we go. Tony and McGinn. That's our summer window sorted, guys. We're good.
Don't let Kroenke
Eddie
watch
New
this.
Deal. We're done.
All right, let's go to Brighton next. Turkish.
It's probably the easiest one. We've been linked to Basuma for how long?
Yeah,
I wouldn't have went with him.
Cucurella.
Well, after being linked with Basuma and the gaping gap in
midfield. It's got to be Cucurella, man. He's a great.
Basuma. Cucurella, I can understand why people would say Cucurella because he's had a great season. But for what we need, Basuma.
Easy.
That's an easy yai with me.
I think
Cucurella's more of the option, if I'm honest. I think
you want a backup left back rather than a starting centre mid?
I don't want him to be backup.
So you're going to pay him over Tierney?
Yeah.
He hasn't shown that much.
Wow.
No, it's
All right.
not
Well,
entertaining.
if that's your opinion, that's your opinion. I think Cucurella's been
So you two both went
this
Cucurella?
season. He's been defensively
I
and going
did,
forward.
because Basuma's not the profile midfielder I would be adding to Arsenal. So I agree we need real depth and quality midfield. I don't know if Basuma's the answer, but I like Cucurella.
For at least 10 years, we have needed a holding, disciplined midfielder who breaks up play and be able to get, protects the back four.
Is that supposed to be Partey?
Basuma. No, he's not a holding midfielder.
That's what he does for Arsenal, though, Partey.
Yeah, but he wasn't a holding
That's why
midfielder.
we haven't seen the best of him.
Yeah, he wasn't a holding midfielder at Atletico.
Yeah, so do
He's
I.
a box-to-box midfielder. Basuma would be perfect for Arsenal.
Yeah, Basuma can unlock Partey.
No, do you know what? I'm gonna throw this one to the comments. Cucurella, Basuma, guys. I can't. I'm sticking strong.
Under a
with
different
Cucurella.
manager, I'd agree. I just don't think Arteta would ever get the best out of a Partey and Basuma together.
Then we get Graham Potter as well then.
Oh, there we go. Fine. Fine, all right, I'll take Basuma and Potter. There we go.
We'll take the manager. All right, let's go to my next one. Like I said, that one's going to the comments. Mine's Burnley. Now this one, thanks guys, making me do this all. Me have
Okay,
Burnley.
so
I'm going with Nick Pope. That's my shout. He was 10th. He got 9 clean sheets, 10th in clean sheet record this
It's not better
season.
than Ramsey.
More.
Ramsdale. Not for me.
Yeah, no, I hear that. That's maybe a back.
It's a good shot stopper. His distribution.
9
Yeah,
clean
no
sheets, more than De Gea. That's my shout. There's many
Maxwell
other.
Cornet.
That's the one
that's
I'd
the
have.
one I would.
That's the
Cornet.
obvious one, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think
His left foot reminds me of Podolski. You know, just every time
Maxwell
they hit
Cornet.
it sweet.
And
He'd be again. He'd fit Arsenal as well.
Full back, wing back, winger. He
Yeah.
can do all three.
Yeah.
I'd definitely
Yeah.
take.
I think he's
Maxwell
even played
Cornet.
up front for them. I might be wrong on that, but I like Cornet a lot.
Might
He's
be
a
one out here
proper.
then.
Yeah.
No, Pope's a good. Pope's a very
So
good
listen,
keeper.
it's Burnley, guys. I had a tough one to kind of pick from here.
Is there anyone else we're missing? Tarkowski.
Tarkowski, there's Burnley.
Tarkowski, yeah, that's not a bad shout. He
Cornet's on
would
he's on
strengthen
there.
Arsenal because he's better than Rob Holding.
Weghorst would strengthen Arsenal right now.
Weghorst ain't score no goals, man.
Oh, I know.
Weghorst is a big target man guy and that, but in the one I saw him in that running, man, some of the chances he missed.
Yeah.
If he was at Arsenal, he'd get ripped. I'm sorry. But Tarkowski's a great shout because he'd strengthen. I think he's an experienced Premier League defender, and he's better than like a Rob Holding. He's a better centre back than him. So that's not a bad shout. So for me,
we're gonna agree
Cornet.
on Cornet?
I'd go Cornet.
Cornet.
I'd go
All right, Cornet. All right, Rob, it's over to you. Crystal Palace. I mean, they got abundance of talent in that team. Abundance of talent. It's going to be a tough one.
They're a really good side. What Vieira's done in a year.
Crazy.
Some good young players, because you could say a Gay in defence. He's been brilliant.
Yeah.
The right back comes
Tariq Mitchell.
Tyreek Mitchell.
He's my one. By
He
the
would
way.
be good. Obviously Zaha, right?
Eze, Elise.
They say, yeah, I'm wrong.
Conor Gallagher count?
No, I'm not. We're not doing that.
Yeah, fair enough.
Not doing that.
No, Conor Gallagher.
I don't think we should do the
He's
loan
a
card.
Chelsea boy.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
There goes Brozier for Southampton.
Yeah, I know that was. Yeah, I don't want to do that either.
It's got to be Zaha, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think. The player that I really love there is that Elise. I think he's such an exciting player.
My shout, at least.
But if you was picking someone now that's going to come into Arsenal team, make an impact
Under Mikel Arteta,
make us better, score goals, Zaha. It's
Elise was my pick, but Robbie makes a fair point. If you're asking to strengthen right now, then Zaha strengthens right
As
now.
I say, we've got a load of youngsters. We've got Martinelli. We've got. I'm looking at strengthening, right? So you got Martinelli, Saka. A lot of those guys who do similar, but Zaha is another level to it. I think he'd be. I remember a couple of years ago when I was doing Transfer Daily, and I was like, we should get Zaha. And the amount of people that were slagging me off. We failed at. Look what this guy's done. He's a miles better player than Pepe. I'm sorry, in this Premier League. He would have been perfect for us.
So looking at one of the players for the future, like the Eze and Elise, you look at
the whole teams that we got out that Arsenal at the moment is the future.
all right. So Zaha, you think
You know what
Zaha
I mean?
comes in and works under Mikel Arteta? There are
So
actually
we're going
problems.
to
No.
probably put out mixtape soon. You know what I mean? Future. You know what I mean? Because that's all we are. Future.
All right, Roger. So what is everyone? James? That's such a fool. That's a future reference.
I'm where Turkish was. It was Elise, but Robbie's convinced me, yeah. And also Kazar can play up front, done it a few times, so.
And he supports us, so.
It's a good player, man. Underrated.
Yeah, there's quite a few.
Mine was 3, Mitchell.
Should've signed him.
Mitchell.
I really liked him.
Yeah.
I really liked him.
It's a shout.
Really good signing. But
But again, with our fullbacks, we need someone that can tuck into a back three. That's the problem we had when Tommy Asu and Tierney got injured. Mitchell is not that. Cucurella's not that. This is why I'm not leaning on them.
He can play on both. He can play on
Yeah,
both
but
fullbacks, though.
they're attacking fullbacks. They're not going to tuck into a free.
You're going to obsess with Cucurella.
Yeah, because I can't.
he's a
He's
good player.
I can't believe you.
He's here, isn't it?
Anyway, listen. Full. All right, next one. Let's move on. So we're going to go with Wilfred Zaha then for Palace then. So Wilfred Zaha, we agreed on.
Who have I got next?
You've got Everton. This one's tough.
No.
This ain't tough.
No, there's an obvious one, but I'm not trying to do the.
What, Richarlison?
Yeah, that's the obvious. But I think tomorrow.
I've got to be honest. There's no Everton player that I'm like, I definitely. That's not me saying they're not good players.
Calvert-Lewin.
Maybe Calvert-Lewin, Anthony Gordon's look quite good.
Yeah,
Damari Gray.
Very good.
I think there's a player in Ben Godfrey maybe, but Richarlison by default. But I don't really want him at Arsenal.
I like his heart and his hunger, to Richarlison.
I love all that.
I can't lie, aside from Martinelli, who else is hungry to really get in the box and get on the end of things? And even Martinelli, at times, you doubt that. Richarlison is a player that, he wants to get in the box, he wants to get at the end of it, whether it's right foot, left foot, in the air.
I would have Richarlison tomorrow.
Yeah.
I actually think Arsenal should be going after Richarlison. He's an absolute. The only thing I like about him is the obvious, the little diving thing. But he's a quality player, even from when he was at Watford. He scores goals. He's great in the air as well. I don't think they play to his strengths. Very good in the air. He's when Neymar's not playing in Brazil, he's the guy. Not Martinelli and people. He's the guy. I think he's very underrated. If he was in a better team, I actually think Arsenal should be going to Everton and saying how much.
Who would you take, Richarlison or Jesus? Because thinking about it now, I'd probably take Richarlison.
I'll take Richarlison. I think he's got a better all-round game.
Yeah.
I'll take Richarlison. And like you said, you know what it is with Richarlison? Our minds kind of get a bit clouded because of the diving and the sort of. But he's a winner. He's a real. I was reading up about him the other day as well about how, as a youngster, he comes from a very, very poor background and how he really fought to. He always had the talent. But he's fought his way up, man. And people saying in Brazil he's such a humble guy. Every time he goes back to the club that he used to play for, he helps them. And I was really, he saw a different side. He's got a very good character,
I didn't know any of that, to be fair.
I think he would be a brilliant signing for Arsenal. I really do. And I think he's gettable. And he's the reason why they stayed up.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
So
I think that fact there when he come from a rough background, I think he's got loads more to prove as well. Gabriel Jesus is one. Some people that has a benefit, him winning stuff and maybe coming with a different mentality, but I think Richarlison's got more to prove. I think that gives him more of a hunger.
And I think you could play him, even Richarlison, I think he's the type of player that you could play him Liverpool have the free forwards.
Yeah.
He could play in a system like that as well and be effective and score goals. So
yeah, that's pretty convincing.
Damn. I didn't think we was going to go for that. I didn't think that was going to be the answer.
For whatever reason, I have doubts about Richarlison, but that's a good pitch from Robbie, to be fair.
It is a good pitch, that's what I was saying.
And he's clearly very talented.
Yeah. He'll definitely bring something.
So Richarlison.
All right, Richarlison then. All right,
Who did you have, Cecil, in mind? I feel you.
I kept saying it, but everyone just ignored it. Was Damari Gray, but I'm biased. I know Damari Gray, and I think he's a good player, but no one was really hearing it.
I'm surprised no one didn't say Calvert-Lewin, because that's the player we always get linked to there. Last season, he was good.
One too many GQ shoots this season for me. with Calvert-Lewin.
Fair enough.
Not enough goals.
Just quickly,
he had a lot of injuries.
Quickly before we move on, if we got Richarlison, do we still need another striker that's a different profile, as in a hold? As you consider him a hold-up striker as well? Or
Richarlison's a bit of everything.
Okay.
He's strong. He's physical. He can get in the air.
It's a target man, isn't it? Yeah. Which is something we don't have. We don't have a target.
You can give him in the feet. You can give him in
He's
the
a
air
runner as well.
I think he's a run. Yeah, I think more that profile.
When he came to Watford, he was a bit of a Martinelli out on the left wing. Yeah, to just take people on.
Very raw.
Yeah. All right, Richarlison is.
Richarlison. Next one. You've got Leeds Turkish. This is
easy, yeah.
No, it's not.
There's a couple. But for what we need, I'm going to say Phillips. It's easy to say Rafinha, but with Saka on that, so obviously you want depth. No, I'm gonna say Phillips.
With the injuries as well. You know, he's had a few injuries this season.
He's back
missed
now.
16 matches. He's back now. Missed 16 matches with a hamstring.
Yeah, I still think for me, potential, English, homegrown.
Yeah.
And we're in dire need in the middle of the park, more so than we are on the right side with Saka there. We need depth there for sure. Rafinha would provide that. That's why it's a difficult choice. I'd agree with Rafinha too, but Phillips for me because of what we're missing.
My choice was Phillips. I was just pushing a little bit, if I'm honest. I just wanted to see.
Mine's Rafinha. I get your point. I just think if Partey got injured, El Neni came in. If Saka gets injured, I don't know who's. I mean, Pepe's probably going. I just think Rafinha's got that X factor about him a little bit. A question about consistency. I don't watch Leeds enough, but I just think he's like electric. He just causes problems.
I love Rafinha, but I think I'm going with Turkish, man. I'll just look at what we need, what we've got already, which was we've got a great player who can play that position, but we don't have a great player that, you know, Phillips would be a massive upgrade on a Xhaka.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's a very underrated player. He's a top quality player, he is, man. And yeah, Phillips for me.
Yeah.
Is no one taking into consideration the fact of, like, you know, attitudes or big personalities in this team under Mikel Arteta for these decisions? Because I think Phillips is definitely the answer for me, but Rafinha, I don't know, sometimes seems can be emotional at times.
He was professional, Rafinha.
Okay.
He's been better than Leeds for years, but he stayed humble, head down, he's done his job. You haven't heard much headlines come out from him saying, you know.
The thing is, can I just say, we're talking about this video is what this current Arsenal team needs, right? So we're assuming that's under Arteta. Phillips, he wouldn't displace Partey in that role, so I don't know why we're so keen to bring him.
Well, we need depth.
Yeah.
Well, then that's a very good answer.
Because when you said and then it comes in, that's where I probably would have stopped you and said,
fair enough.
That's a problem in
Like
itself.
Turkish said, I'd put Phillips deep and push Partey up a bit further forward. It would be Xhaka dropping to the bench.
I wouldn't mind seeing that. I just don't think we'll ever see that under Arteta. But I get the plan.
Yeah.
Then we bring in Jane too.
Bielsa as well. All right, cool.
Okay, all right. So my club now is Leicester City. Could go with a player we've been linked with. Is this one an obvious one? One player I'm linked with. Maybe the player was linked with last season.
They've got some talent across that team,
Yeah.
and I think them finishing 8th was a reminder because everyone says they've had a shit season. Leicester have been, but I think them finishing 8th and just scraping in at the end was a reminder of we're still here. We're still knocking on that door of the big 6 and 7 and all that. So. Yeah, they're a good side. They've got some talent across the team.
They are. I mean, for me, I think the obvious goes to Tielemans, personally. I think last season, obviously, we were linked to Maddison. He also put up good numbers this season, but I don't know if anyone agrees with Maddison, but I'm probably leaning more towards Tielemans. I liked Harvey Barnes this season as well.
Yeah,
top under the radar. He's done very well this season, 6 goals and 9 assists. A good player, but there's a lot of competition in that position for this Arsenal side. So, leaning towards Tielemans, unless people are gonna. What are you thinking?
I like Maddison, man. I like Maddison. I think he's had a very good season. He's a very good player. He scores goals from outside the box, something that none of our midfielders really do. He'll pick up a ball outside the box, bang it.
Yeah, he's got quite a good amount of goals.
He takes free kicks, right, and he's a good free kick taker. So for me, I like Maddison. Also Fofana. In defence,
good point.
I like him. I know he had an injury hit season, but he was quality. I'd have him. I probably, if again looking at what we need, you got him in your back because back up in the back four sort of. I'm gonna go for Fofana,
Yeah.
Turkish versus split
So we've got
between
Tielemans, Fofana, and Maddison.
I understand
for all the
Maddison.
reasons. What,
It's
mate?
expensive.
You know what? If this question was posed last summer, it would have been Tielemans easy. But I don't think he's had a good season.
No,
He hasn't had a great season.
I think his deficiencies have been exposed this season, and if I see some of the things he's done at Leicester this season at Arsenal,
He gives the ball away a lot this season.
and then not run back for it. That's inexcusable.
I'll tell you what, Tottenham at home, if you're giving it away in the 95th minute for them to win it,
And just watching it unfold. Not just a footballer can give it away. It happens every game.
Yeah.
But how you react matters.
That you should give away in
He
that
gives it
moment. That
away
was-
and just watches everything unfold. No desire to get back. No desire to
Is
make
it
up
one
for his
game?
mistake.
Can we say it's
It's
one
been a
game?
few
Like
games.
hold it.
There's been a
Okay,
few games he's given the ball away. Yeah, there's been a few.
And with the Saliba stuff, I lean to Fofana as well because Saliba will be happy here if Fofana's here. So I'm going to say Fofana.
Oh, you're being clever.
Only doing links
So,
like that.
Fofana wins it then, because there's two
It's two.
for Fofana, but it was Maddison for me.
But Maddison's had a great year.
I just think I love players that can do things out of nothing.
He's
You
got it.
know that Coutinho goal he scored the other day? That was out of nothing.
Oh,
just
yeah.
down,
Class.
just takes it down, near post finish.
Cultured.
He's not been that good for Villa since he arrived, but there's always
I
something
do
to fall on.
expect a few of our youngsters to, in the next year or so, to bring that to
Martin
their
Odegaard
game.
needs to get that.
I hope.
Needs to have
They
that in his
need it.
game. Martin
Yeah,
Odegaard
they got
has to add that.
And Tielemans got
Martinelli
goals
should
from
have
midfield,
something
to be
like
fair.
that where he can just bring it down and bang it.
He has the ability. It's mad because we watch him. He has the ability to do that, but you're right. It just doesn't do it enough. He doesn't do it enough. He's
Still
definitely
raw.
got the technical ability to do all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I lean to Fofana.
All right then. Next one.
Cool.
We went up there. Newcastle United.
Yeah, this is
What
another
player
tough one.
would you take on to strengthen this Arsenal side? There's one obviously was linked with. One player was linked with.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I like St. Maximan there. I've
I know you do.
always liked him.
I know
man.
you-
Explosive,
That's written down on
explosive
my.
player. But I'm going to go
with it.
Guimaraes, who we should have bought.
Yeah.
Should have bought. Again, when I was up at that Newcastle game and saw that guy playing, it annoyed me because I'm like, that's the player we were in for, we were looking at. And just because Leon said 40 million, we didn't go for it. He's worth more than that. He's going to be worth more than that. He's quality. He would be absolutely perfect for our midfield.
Yeah.
Another error by Arsenal. Another massive error. So I go Guimaraes.
I want to say Maximan so bad. I want him so bad. I
It's
think
it's Guimaraes
Yeah,
for
of
me
course
as well.
it's gonna be. But I
Anyone
really,
here for Joe Linton?
I tell you what, man. He's been since they've moved him into midfield, right? He's been one of the best players in that position in the league. He's a
been
monster there, man.
phenomenal.
And it's not just that his ability on the ball and he's big and he's powerful, but he gets around the pitch as well, man. And his desire and everything, he's been exceptional. But I think Guimaraes is quality.
Yeah,
I like I love quality midfielders, man. So, you know.
I have to agree with that.
There we go.
Yeah. All right.
Cool.
Okay. All right. Next club for you, James. Norwich City.
I was wondering who was going to get good old Norwich.
The old Canaries.
Sorry, Norwich. Sorry.
Don't diss them.
Max Aarons, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I've got written down.
He looks quite an exciting modern fullback, doesn't he? Whatever happened to Todd Cantwell, eh? I mean, that was...
Got loaned out.
Well, there you go. You think 2 years ago, he was kind of Maddison, Mount, Cantwell, and whoever else was there. Max Aarons, what more is there to say?
Yeah, that's my default as well.
Me too.
Yeah, I don't think he actually strengthens us. I don't think no one from Norwich strengthens us. But if I had to pick someone, it's going to be Aarons.
Yeah, Aaron.
Yeah. There's no argument there. All right. For you, Turkish, Southampton.
Ward-Prowse.
Yeah, that's what.
Ward-Prowse.
Yeah, 'cause
I
not
said
with-
it last summer.
Yeah.
I think he's a perfect fit for us. Homegrown, set piece taker. Remember who was the last set piece taker we had? Really, Cazorla.
But is that all he has though? Because when I spoke with Jordan yesterday, and he
Southampton fans.
No, you can do it. You can come for me. You can come for me. It's fine. But I spoke with Jordan yesterday. And Jordan said he spoke to a Southampton fan. He said, and Jordan asked why to the Southampton fan, why is he not being picked up by any other big clubs? And he said because his dead ball is what he's great at, dead ball specialist. But apart from that, he's quite an average player. So is that not something to figure out?
I know someone at Southampton, right? Or so close to Southampton, who told me like a couple of years ago they were on the verge of getting rid of him because he doesn't get around the pitch well enough. But I think he's now addressed that. He does get around the pitch. His quality on the ball, if it's even that alone, his free kicks and corners and deliveries.
Open play deliveries as well.
We should be going. We should be going to try and buy a player like that right now. In my opinion,
we need that.
I don't. He's that guy brings you something. You know what I mean? He's a quality player.
We haven't had that for years.
Again, I look on it and I just say if Ward-Prowse was Brazilian, would he be at Southampton? I don't think he would.
When was the last time we got excited for a free kick just outside the box, thinking we've got a specialist there that can put it in the top corner?
Look how many free kicks he scores. But as I said, it's not just that. It's
Second
just
highest free kick scorer in Premier League history.
His
I did a pub
deliveries
quiz
in
the other
general
day.
and his deliveries in general. And do you see his corners?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got. He's
And like James said, it's not just set pieces.
Yeah.
Open play.
Open play delivery is brilliant.
The 2 goals they scored at Tottenham come from his delivery from the right, which rolled back.
I'd be looking to buy a player like that
He's
right
got
now.
that kind of De Bruyne cross to him as well, you know, when it just gets cut and then whips it back in.
There's one more I would throw in, and that's, I know he's had a serious injury, but Livramento,
that's a shout.
who came from Chelsea, just as a right back. Arsenal need what Tierney does on the left, on the right. I mean, I'm not saying they're comparable, but I'm talking about overlapping and being a threat. I like him a lot, Livramento. But
Good with Tommy Asu, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Very different players.
Ward-Prowse.
That's easy for me.
Okay, that's what I've got written down on mine as well. But I had to question, obviously, apart from his ability to put a ball into the box or free kicks, what is it?
Need a striker, Che Adams. No?
Someone would probably sign a match at Arsenal. No, James, but no, let's move on. Let's move on swiftly. I've got Watford next. I've got Ismail Assar here for me. Before his injury, I think he was a problem. I think he's a quality player, electric as well. And he can play, he's versatile, he can play across the three as well. So he can play across the front three. Ismail Assar, for me, I think he's quality. I really do.
So he didn't have a great season, but he is quality.
Yeah.
I definitely have Ismail Assar.
Dennis for me because of the goals. I mean, we need goals. We need goals, and I don't watch much of Watford, but I see he gets a fair few for Watford. So
Dropped off, didn't he? He dropped off halfway through the season. Started well, but to me, Ismail Assar he's a quality player, man. I think. Remember, there's a lot of top teams like Liverpool wanted him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think he would, in a better team, be very, very good.
I think that's a good backup to Saka. I definitely do. I think that would work. But with Dennis, I just see the goals, and I just think we need that. We need someone that doesn't get many chances, puts it in the back of the net, and he can not play across the front. Well, he can play pretty much across the front three. So
he's played.
But Sar's a shout as well.
Does anyone watch that João Pedro much? I know he's.
I watched him live recently, and he's quality.
Yeah, so, but they've got a few really talented players in that front three, Watford.
Pedro's just raw. But Sarr, I think he's a very good.
Pedro's a good player.
I remember watching Sarr from when he was at Reds. I'm thinking the first time I was
Didn't he tear us apart?
Yeah, he did.
Who's that guy? Who's that guy?
Yeah.
Right, as I said, he's in a better team.
The good old days.
That's another player Arsenal could consider buying.
They should consider. They really should.
It'd be a great replacement for Pepe.
Yeah,
agreed. Agreed.
They bought him and we bought Pepe same summer actually.
Yeah, 40 million, 72 million.
And who've been more impressed with?
Very easily saw.
Right.
They went down.
Rob, this is a good. This one's all right. West Ham is your. We're coming towards the end. We've got one after this, but West Ham.
I get the final say.
The West Ham.
There's an obvious.
West Ham,
there's an obvious one.
I think there's two.
There's one obvious one.
No, it's a Declan Rice.
Yeah, it's one obvious
100%. I mean, I like Bowen. I like Antonio, but listen, it's Declan Rice. To me, it's the best of that type of midfielder in the league. Maybe Rodri, you could say, but Declan Rice, captain, his ability to go box to box. To me, he's just a complete midfielder. He really is. I really think if he was at a better team, no disrespect to West Ham, but like one of the, if he's at Liverpool, say for instance, people will rave about him more.
Yeah.
He can play in any team in the Premier League right now, walking. Declan Rice, 100%. He would be absolutely perfect for us.
Head and shoulders above.
Yeah.
There is a few.
James.
All I'm saying is respect Fabianski. This guy is FA Cup winner, knows what it means to play for Arsenal. No, but Rice. I love Bowen,
Seriously,
I really love Bowen.
Yeah,
What a player.
Bowen's a good player, very good player.
I don't know why I'm obsessed with getting depth for Saka. Getting someone as good who can, and they can alternate. Saka play left or whatever.
It's important.
Yeah, I guess what Arsenal need, Rice nicks it, doesn't he?
Yeah, Rice nicks it, but you've mentioned one player I want to mention. I'll mention Souček as well. Souček will definitely add something to Arsenal, whether it's in midfield or throwing him up top in the last 10 minutes. That's someone we could do with, but Declan Rice, quality-wise, head and shoulders.
Souček is a nice mention.
Yeah,
I like Souček.
I like Souček.
James, you get the final say?
Soufal is another one as well. Because a backup right back, I'll take him all day long, but yeah.
Yeah.
Kufal, yeah.
Kufal, whatever it is. Mr. Monroe.
No, I can't. I'm so sorry. Why did I say that? Why did I do it to myself? I can't pronounce.
Mr. Monroe over there. Just
All right, let's go to James. Of
all people.
Why did I know I should have done that. All right, James.
had to double take that.
You've got Wolves.
Wolves.
Yeah, Wolves.
Ooh.
They got again another team like Palace for me. Got an abundance of talent in players to pick from. So
no, I'm not going for Ruben Neves. I'm going for Pedro Neto.
fair.
I just think he's so good. And Neves doesn't like to celebrate with us. Neves is quality. Again, probably the player we need. I hear that. I just think Neto's brilliant. And I'd love to... He had a serious injury, didn't he? Didn't he have a knee injury that kept him out for a while? So just imagine where he'd be now if
He only
he'd had
came
that
back
extra.
like 6 weeks ago.
Yeah, exactly. And he was terrorising Liverpool the other day. I like him. Good with his right foot as well. Can play across the front three. I've got more to say. Pedro Neto is the one I go for, but probably not the one else we'll need.
Yeah, Neto was second to Neves for me.
Fine.
Neves is someone we need in the middle. I keep on looking at midfield as an area of concern. Like I said, with Phillips, Rice, Neves is another one. Basuma. Look how many centre mids we've named from the teams outside the big six that Arsenal can go and get this summer.
And I'm exactly with you, Neves.
Yeah.
Because I just look at it. When you're talking about the whole video, you said that strengthens Arsenal. Yeah. That's the problem area is midfield. That's where we need starters and backup and upgrades. Neves,
Threat outside the box.
Perfect. And another guy can bang them from outside the box.
Set pieces.
Perfect.
No mentions for João Martinho, Bolly as well at the end of the season very well. Raul Jimenez.
Over the hill now.
Connor Cody would
yeah,
be, I like his leadership qualities. He's a decent centre back, but I still think midfield, man, that's where. And I like Neto as well. I think again that's another underrated player. Yeah, very underrated. His quality.
Have we in this whole list gone for many strikers? I can't think with Richarlison.
Because we're doing outside the big six, I guess.
Yeah.
And a lot of them teams don't have you know.
No, we haven't done many. We haven't done.
How many of those teams have really top quality strikers?
Tony Richarlison.
Yeah, and you went for Tony.
We went for him. Yeah, we did a lot of wide players, which is actually quite interesting considering. I think we're strongest on attacking on the width.
Need depth.
Depth is probably the
and
answer
options.
to that.
You need options. Different. Like if we had Bowen behind Saka, how much better does that side
be
look?
unreal. Be unreal.
But also, how much better a season does Saka have if he's not playing every week, week in, week out? And you look at some of the games we played him in. So yeah, depth is as key as adding that quality we need because we've got Europa League football now.
Okay. Well, that's it, people, for this draft-styled video. Guys, in the comments, let us know if you agree with our picks or anyone you think we've completely missed. Do let us know in the comments. And hit a like if you like the video. And thank you for watching. See you next time.
Shop for AFTV merch at shop.aftv.co.uk. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, and Twitch. We've got content for every platform, so check it out.